everyone. In this video, we are going ahead and understanding what variables are and how to declare a variable and assign values to it in JavaScript. So inside variables folder, I am creating a new file called as variable.js. So variables are basically containers that are used to store information or data inside a computer program. So now the information can be of type string, a number, a boolean true or false, or anything. So the reason why we put them inside a variable is we can use them multiple times in the program. Hence variables are used for storing data of type numbers or strings, so they can be used multiple times inside a program. Now if I have to create a variable, I use the keyword called var and I give my variable a name called name. Here I'm calling it as city. City is equal and where city. So you can see, right, I have created a variable called city, but I did not assign any value to it, so it is just plain city. So please remember, if I don't assign any value to my variable, I'm not assigning any value to my variable, right? So if I don't assign any value to my variable, by default it can hold undefined. I will show that to you. If I give console.log of city, I'm saving this file, I'm going back to my terminal and executing this piece of code. It says undefined, so you can see, right, undefined. So in JavaScript, a variable is created, but we did not assign any value to it, so by default it is gonna be undefined. I can make this a two-step process, like now I'm assigning a value to it. Let's say, so second time I'm using the same variable called city, and I no need to use the keyword var again. So var keyword is only for the first time when you declare a variable with a new name. Here city is already declared in line number 1, right? So we are assigning a value to it. For the first time I have created a variable, but no value is assigned, it says undefined. And in line number 3, for the same variable city, I'm assigning a value of type string. String is nothing but any text that is written inside single or double quotations. Now I will say console.log of city. Here I am giving the value as Hyderabad. Now I am saying console.log of city. I'm saving this file. I'm giving control yes, and I'm saying node variable.js to execute this piece of code. So the output is Hyderabad. For the first time it is undefined, and once we assign a value to it, it is Hyderabad now. So it's not always you create a variable first, then in another line you assign a value to it. So we can do it in the same line. We can do it together. So how to do that? Where city is equal to Hyderabad. We are doing it in a single line. So finally what we are doing, we are creating a variable using var keyword and naming it as city and assigning a value to it called Hyderabad, and the value is a string data type, so it is a string. First time we did it separately. We declared a variable, assigned a value, we declared a variable first, we assigned a value to it at later point of time. But second time we declared and assigned a value to it in the same line. So now I am declaring another variable called country and assigning a value to it called USA. How to do that? Where country is equal to in the same line. I'm doing it in the same line. USA. Here USA is again type called string. Now I am saving this piece of code. And I'm executing this. So it says, no, I'm saving it, and I did not print console.log of country. I'm saving it and executing this piece of code. It says undefined, Hyderabad and USA. Now check this. I want to declare two more variables and assign values to it. They are state and language. It need not to be look like this. Check this out. So generally what we do is I'm assigning a value to this variable name called state, which is declared with var keyword, and then in the second line I'm doing where language is equal to Telugu. We don't need to do it in two separate lines, but we can do this. So this is not correct. We don't need to do that. Where state is equal to Telangana separated by a comma and language is equal to Telugu. So if we are declaring and assigning two or more variables in the same line, you can avoid where keyword and separate them by a comma like this. The point is multiple variables can be declared in the same line. Now console.log of state, when I say console.log of state and console.log of language, I'm saving this file and going ahead and executing this file. It says undefined Hyderabad, USA, Telangana and Telugu. It works the same. All values are assigned and output is printed. So we have seen how to declare a variable, how to declare and assign a value to it. We have also seen how to declare multiple variables in the same line and assign values to it. So if you are declaring multiple variables in the same line, I did not use var keyword. You should remember that. While we are working with JavaScript, it uses something called as dynamic typing. When you consider C, C++ or Java background, you should have noticed that whenever you declare a variable, you should mention what data type it is, like int, string, array, etc. But that's not the case while you are working with JavaScript. It uses something called as dynamic typing. So what I am saying is, if I have a variable called as number, first I am assigning it to a string of 1. So I'm declaring a variable with var keyword called number and assigning it to a string of 1. This is string of 1, right? And in the next line I'm reassigning numeric 1 to it. Here it is numeric 1, meaning the data type is number here. So when I say console.log separately, console.log of number and console log of number to the same variable number. So if you see that console.log of number for the first time is string of 1, I'm going ahead and running this piece of code. So for the first time it says 1, it says text string of 1, and second time it is numeric 1. So I think you got the point, right? And understand the difference between string 1 and numeric 1. It shows that JavaScript follows dynamic typing when it comes to variable declaration. I will see you in the next class. Thank you.